Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? So, Anthem, right? I know already. EA, I know, calm down a minute. It's been heavily compared to Warframe, so it would be foolish for me and I guess other Warframe partners not to at least have a look at it. Anthem is a game that, since its playable demo at E3, has been compared to Destiny, The Division, and, like I already said, Warframe as well. And a lot of players who had a chance to play it at the E3 convention said that it played a lot closer to Warframe than either of the other two. They've also said that the footage we get to see, the kind of heavily scripted footage, moves a lot slower than the actual gameplay once you get hands on yourself. So it's a PvE looter shooter in the same vein, I guess, as Warframe, kind of Diablo, Destiny style, with mechanical suits that you can switch around depending on which one you want to run with or which one your squad actually needs for said mission. So there's a Colossus tank javelin, a storm caster javelin, or a ranger javelin, which I believe is the one you start off with, or the one that everyone starts off with. And finally there is an interceptor javelin, which is the fastest moving one out of the four. So you're going to be able to switch around these javelin suits depending on what you need. So like I said, it sounds very similar to Warframe because that's what we can do as well. And I would imagine that maybe more javelin suits might be added into the game at a later date. Well, hopefully. Now, the fact that it's been published by EA means that already gamers are very apprehensive of the fact that there's going to be some kind of microtransaction system added into the game. But the Anthem developers have said that there will be no PvP, no season pass, no loot boxes, and definitely no pay for power. So there is hope for it in terms of microtransactions if they stick to those promises, but again, it's EA, so history might tell us otherwise. So they've said that there's going to be no pay for power, no season pass, and no loot boxes, but there will be, I think, skins, just cosmetic skins through microtransactions that you can also earn in-game at the same time. So, like I said, a little bit of hope. But I'll go into the microtransactions in a different video. Now anyway, recently Anthem released footage of a boss battle where you and your squad will take on this monstrous spider-looking thing called a swarm tyrant, and I'd be lying if I said that the fight didn't look like a lot of fun. So the battle looks like it's your typical multi-phased fight where the Swarm Tyrant will take a certain amount of damage from its weak points, which it has got, and once it reaches a certain percentage of health, it runs off, minions spawn in for you and your squad to deal with. Once the minions are dead, then of course the Spawn Tyrant comes back for you to deal with it and eventually hopefully kill it. So I'm not sure how many phases it actually has because in the footage we only get to see 2. Now, what I really liked about the look of this fight more than anything was the fact that certain javelin abilities amplified your squad's damage output. So setting the Tyrant on fire had javelins dealing pretty big damage numbers for a short period of time. The mortar rounds, I think, from the Colossus unit, the lightning arcs from the Storm unit hitting the Tyrant as well, made the fight that much more epic in my eyes. Although I do hope we can tone down the size of those damage numbers because the font looked like it was a little bit too big and it was a little bit ugly in my eyes, but maybe you think differently. Now the fight as well didn't look like it was going to be over really quickly. It looked like quite a bullet spongy boss. Now I'm not sure whether you guys like the idea of fighting something that's bullet spongy. If you enjoyed The Division, then I guess it was similar in those respects. The fact that a lot of the enemies in The Division are very bullet spongy and take a lot of damage to actually put them down. Now we know that each javelin suit will have its own set of powers and you'll be able to alter how it performs with attachments and so on, but we also know that your pilot, the human inside that suit, the freelancer, also has their own level and perk system as well that will affect all of the javelins you actually use. So there's a good bit of progression, or I guess customization, for your suits and for your pilot at the same time. Not to mention javelin fashion, I believe, will be a thing because of all the different skins or the different colours you're going to be able to get and the accessories that will change how you look or how your suits look and make you much more unique. So I'd like to make a few more videos on Anthem covering the basics of what we know about the game right now and what to expect as well with each of the javelins. So if it's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section below. Like I've said a few times, it is being published by EA and I know gamers right now don't really trust EA, but if they stick to the microtransaction design that they've promised for Anthem, it could be a really fun game. I guess only time will tell. Let me know what you think of Anthem, whether you're a little bit excited about it or not? What do you think? It's in the same vein as Warframe, whether it's a similar game to Warframe or not. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe, I guess, if you want to. And as always, thanks very much for watching.
And collect. By now you've probably noticed that our squad has some pretty awesome abilities. In particular, the Colossus has a legendary multi-mortar, and the Ranger has a legendary frost grenade. Loot comes in many different rarities, and legendary items are very hard to come by. If you get your hands on one, they have special bonuses that make you more powerful. And I have a feeling our squad's gonna need all the power they can get for what lies ahead.
That's big. Very, good luck.
Alright, so our squad has a lot of different things to deal with here. We have the smaller soldiers that if left unchecked will totally overrun our squad, and then we have the Swarm Tyrant herself. Now the Swarm Tyrant has 3 big sacks on her back, and they're her weak points. Our squad has to focus on the weak points to cause massive bonus damage. Now, if Jen gets too close here, she'll take a lot of damage from the Swarm Tyrant's frontal attack, but if she tries to stay too far back, she'll get caught in her webs. Legendary multi-mortar right on that weak point is perfect. Looks like Scylla managed to light her on fire with his flamethrower, now she's taking a lot of extra damage. Squad managed to destroy one of the sacks, leaving the Swarm Tyrant vulnerable. By using teamwork and focusing on her weak points, our squad has caused the Swarm Tyrant to retreat. Looks like she's called for help. Our squad has to take control of this choke point to make sure they're not overrun. What we really need is Scylla to get his flame wall out. There we go, nice job Scylla. Maybe a lightning strike here from the storm would be helpful. Awesome, and Jen, if you can do a combo here, it would be great. Maybe that multi-mortar. Alright, looks like our squad now has everything well in hand. But the Swarm Tyrant is back. Jen's got to get out of here. She's going to take a lot of damage. Nice. Scylla set the Swarm Tyrant on fire again. Every Javelin has a powerful ultimate ability that can turn the tide of battle in your favor.